You might like to just notice the temperature on the skin. Maybe the feeling beneath your body as your legs and feet connect to the floor beneath. Scan through the body and notice how you feel on this day. Come to practice to teach ourselves to be a little more attentive, to notice a little more, to listen a little closer. So what messages will we get today? We're going to be exploring our neck, our shoulders, some acupressure points on our body, where often our energy gets stuck. And in Chinese medicine, the belief is that our qi, our general life force, our energy can be a couple of things. It can be in excess, too much. We can feel scattered and not focused. Or our qi can be deficient. We can be sluggish and struggle to have the energy to move. Or our qi can be blocked. Maybe a point, a specific point in the body is just stopping our energy from flowing. And when we get that energy to flow, this is when we have the willpower, have the desire to get whatever we need to be doing in our life done. So let's see if we can explore that a bit today. We'll start by taking our arms down by the side, turn the palms up. Take a big sigh. When the next breath comes, lift and welcome in new learning, new energy. And then sink down, sigh out. And just follow the breath, lifting, welcoming, inviting, and then letting go. And one more time. All right, today we're going to start with the acupressure point called Yin Tang, usually called the third eye point. Just bring maybe one or two fingers right in between your eyebrows. Tuck in your chin so you can feel the crown of your head lifting up, spine straight. If you like, you can cradle your opposite elbow, maybe, maybe not. Just bring your attention right underneath the fingers. You might press them into that ridge of bone in your skull that's just above the eyes. Just see if we can find the rhythm of our breath. Breathing in and out. We need to change the rhythm of our breath. We just bring our attention to it. Allow the breath to be deep and slow. You might invite in calm. And ease. Just keeping the attention on our face. We might see if we can soften anything, maybe invite in a smile. And as we sigh out, just release any tension in the muscles around the eyes, the jaw, the cheeks. And you might just follow the breath to really feel like we're arriving in this moment. Remembering that this moment is the only moment we ever have. When we're anticipating or planning, we're jumping ahead. We can't live in the future. And when we're looking back or thinking of regrets or anything in the past, we're also thinking we can heal in the past, which of course we can't do. We have to work with what we've got right here, right now. So we just use our breath to invite us back to this moment. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly allow the fingers to leave and come back down onto the body. Let's start the side of our body. The 8th point on our gallbladder meridian is out to the side of our eyebrows. There's a natural indent in the side of the head. See if you can find that and maybe take small circles. And this is a point for focus and concentration, good memory. Just bring attention under the fingers. Keep that spine long. And see if you can just drop the shoulder blades down. Just notice if there's any tension you can let go of in your shoulders. Okay, we're going to bring our attention to our neck a little bit. Let's bring our hands down and we'll just lift our chin up. And then take the chin to the chest. So just a big yes. And one more time. Let's meet back in the center. This time we'll do a big no. Chin over to the shoulder. You might gently look behind. Keep the chin tucked in so you're not leaning the head back. Just go side to side. Okay, let's explore a little bit more. The side of our neck is a group of muscles called the scalenes. We're going to cup our hand under our chin and just turn the chin to the side. With our opposite thumb, we're going to trace that big ropey muscle that's along the side of our neck. And you might start just above the collarbone and gently pushing in and up until you get right to that bone at the base of the skull. And just do this a few times. So it's a little bit of natural oil on the skin that might help your thumb slowly roll up without any pressure or forcing. Just feel into that muscle. You might feel it release just a little. It's a group of muscles, the scalenes. So many neurons, neural pathway of our body, our messages traveling between our brain and our heart and our gut, all travel along this part of the body. So good to take care of it. Notice when things are tight or tense and maybe those messages aren't getting through as they need to. If you find there's a spot on the pathway here that feels a little tight or tender, you might just stop and pause there, just inviting your attention to that specific spot. And then keep on going, sigh out. All right, we'll come back to the center. Bring your hands down, just notice how that feels. You might feel a little lopsided maybe. Take a breath. And we'll come straight to the other side. So turn our chin to our shoulder, cup the hand. And then we'll bring our opposite thumb using the flat part of the thumb, start just above the collarbone, trace up that muscle along the side of the neck. Press in and up. So we're extending and lifting and energy is moving upwards. And when you're ready, just coming back up to sit tall. And let's just do a few circles with our neck, just noticing that feeling there. You might feel a little taller, a little longer, maybe. Let the shoulders stay heavy. Just drop an ear down. Keep the shoulder low. I'm not trying to meet the ear. And then take the chin to the chest. We're rolling all the way over to the other side. Ear to shoulder, and then slowly coming back up. And then we'll return to the same shoulder, chin to the chest, just roll all the way over. And slowly coming back up. And I just like to take a big circle all the way around. Maybe even changing directions. All right, and we'll meet back. Okay, next point we're going to do is gallbladder 20, the Feng Shi point, right underneath those big occiput bones at the bottom of your skull. So just bring your fingers right underneath that bone and see if you can press in and up. So we're extending, elongating our neck. Take a sign, make sure you're not shrugging the shoulders. You might even take your attention to your spine, just make sure the spine is straight. We're pressing down through the sit bones, but rising up through the crown of the head. And you might just take small circles with the flat part of your fingertips, either direction or change direction. And if you like, you can also just turn the chin just a little side to side, just noticing range of movement that you have in the neck. And when you're ready, just bring the hands down. You might like to shake out, maybe let your wrists be loose. Okay, let's take our arms out wide. We'll start just by turning the palms and pressing out. Can you drop your shoulder blades down a little? Straight away, mine might say arms are heavy. Just notice that message if it comes. We'll take a few more breaths. As you sigh out, notice this feeling of just allowing and accepting a little bit of discomfort. One more breath. And we'll slowly drop the arms down. Let's wrap one arm under the other. And maybe your knuckles will come together. Maybe even your palms will come together. Just whatever range of movement your body has, just honor it. We all have different shaped shoulders. And we're going to see if we can lift our elbows up, but keep our shoulders heavy. So fingers are rising up. Just feel that sense of shoulder blades spreading apart. Take a few breaths here so we're not holding tension in our jaw, our cheeks. And then we're going to draw the inner arm in. Just pull it in. And just feel that sensation coming to the shoulder joint. Hold it there for a few breaths. And just take notice of which elbow you have underneath. We're going to swap it over in a moment. And then we'll shake out. And then bring the opposite elbow underneath. Same shape. Maybe your knuckles come together, maybe your hands. And just bring those elbows as high as you can, keeping the shoulders down. You might like to take your breath right down to the belly. Feel the belly expand as you breathe in. Letting go as you sigh out. And just like we did on the other side, pull that inner arm in towards the body. Take a few breaths here. And we'll shake it out. You might like to just bring the hands down onto the body. Notice the feeling. You can roll the shoulders if you like. Just slowly inviting a sense of ease through the neck, through the shoulders. All these points on our gallbladder meridian, where we hold tension, tightness. Let's come back to our neck. We're going to do what's called pronation and supination of our arms. Term we probably don't hear that much, but just roll your arm over and just notice the feeling. Notice how far your hand naturally wants to turn. You can do either side or both or alternate. So there's 17 different muscles attached to our shoulder. Let's explore some more of them. So we're going to take one arm out, turn the hand up flat, and just look to that hand. Take a breath in. As we sigh out, turn the hand over and turn the chin to the opposite shoulder. Just go as far as your body wants to go. And then we're going to inhale and look back to the hand as we turn the palm back up. Keep going in your own pattern. So palm turns, we look back towards the hand. Notice if there's any tightness or tension in the body. And you might just do one more, turning, looking up, and then away. And the next time we come back, we're going to bend our elbow, take that hand to the back in between our shoulder blades. So the elbow is pointing up. Everyone will look a little different in this shape too. So we'll take our other hand behind, take our knuckles to the spine, and you might just stay here, just allowing your hands to be connected to the spine. But if you like, you might inch the hands towards each other. Maybe they'll meet, maybe not. Take a few breaths here, keeping the shoulders heavy. We want our elbow to reach up towards the sky. Take a few breaths. You might like to just take a hold of your shirt or a bit of clothing. And then we'll extend the arms out, let go, roll the shoulders either way, and then bring them down, shake them out. Let's go straight to the other side. So extending the hand out, turn the palm up, take a breath in. And as we sigh out, we turn our chin to the shoulder, looking away. Just keep going in your own breath, in your own time. Maybe one more time. Let's bend that elbow, bring the hand in between the shoulder blades, just like we did on the other side. First thing you might notice is this side is not the same as the other. Just notice. Bring your knuckles to the spine again. Maybe your hands will meet. Maybe you'll just take a hold of your shirt. Lift that elbow as high as you can. Take a few breaths. Notice if you're holding your breath, if you're holding tightness in your jaw, your teeth, your cheeks. One more breath. And we'll take our arms wide again. Let's roll either direction. And then just shake it out. Okay, let's come to the next point in our gallbladder meridian. Underneath that feng shui point, if you trace down the meridian down the side of the neck, come to a point that's about halfway between neck and shoulder. This is gallbladder 21. And it's a spongy muscle underneath here, the trapezius muscle. So just find a spot. It might be a spot that's a little bit tight, a little bit tender, and just press in with your fingertips. Take a few breaths, notice the feeling in the body. And then we're going to start exploring this part of our body. So the first way to explore is just by hanging down the opposite arm. And then you might like to bring it across the front, maybe swing it behind, maybe taking it above. So just explore. And if you feel energy is flowing back through that point, then you can start to move this hand. So you might take it along that trapezius muscle, a little closer to the shoulder. And just keep exploring. As we take our attention to this part of the body, our energy will move. Wherever our attention goes, our energy follows. Very simple rule of life that I find it's useful to remind yourself of fairly often. Whatever we give our attention to, it gives great power. So where are we taking our attention today? Is our attention on learning or food or people or money, technology? So whenever you feel ready, just move these fingers and keep exploring. You might come a little closer to the neck. You might come down the inside of the shoulder blade, closer to the spine. Trapezius muscle is a big muscle. And maybe just shaking out, letting go. And bring the hands back. Just notice how you feel side to side. All right, let's come to the other side. So sweep that arm across. Same as we did, just explore that trapezius muscle a bit. You might start at the point of gallbladder 21, halfway between neck and shoulder. Just explore. You'll know the point because it will be a little tight, a little tender underneath it. And then start to move the opposite arm. Keep moving the fingers along. And might just take one more breath and then shake out that side. And bring both arms down to the body. Okay, let's take one hand in the opposite elbow, and we're going to bring the elbows above the head. So you might take a breath in. And then as we sigh out, we're going to reach our fingers up and drop our shoulders down. See if you can feel your shoulder blades sink down the spine. Let's take another breath in and we'll drop our elbows down. So we're in a big kind of W shape. Tuck in the chin. And then we'll sigh out, turn our palms up and draw our elbows in. And see if you can just see your hands out of the periphery of your eyes. Palms are face up. Roll the thumbs a little further back. Drop the shoulder blades down. All right, let's take another breath. We're going to press out. just like we did before, flexing the wrists. Take a breath here. And then we'll wrap the arms all the way around. Find the shoulder blades at the back if you can. Big sigh. And let's do that again. Same thing, same sequence again. Elbow, hand into elbow, lift up. And then dropping the shoulders, fingers are pointing up. We'll take a breath in, drop our elbows down. See if you can bring your hands right outside the ears as far back as you can without puffing out the chest too much. And then we'll sigh out, turn our hands up, roll our thumbs back. Let's press both hands out, take a breath in. And then as we sigh out, wrap the hands around. You might notice which arm you've got on top, if it's left or right. And then we'll do one more. Hand into elbow, lifting up, breathing in. Exhale, sink those shoulders down, reach the fingers up. Take the hands back, open that chest, drop the elbows. And then exhale, elbows into the side, roll the thumbs back. Big breath in, pressing out. And then if you remember which hand you rolled on top, switch it over, turn the other way. So left is on top of right if it's the other way around. All right, and we'll shake it out. Let's take our arms all the way behind, and if you can, draw the palms together. You might interlace the fingers. Let's draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Take the hands down as low as they want to go. So our chest is open and our shoulders are curling into each other. Keep that chin tucked in. Take a breath or two here. And then we'll swing the arms back. See if you can interlace the hands again. This time we're going to press out and curl the spine the other way. Tuck the tailbone under, curl the chin in. Big sigh. Coming back up tall, big breath in. We'll swing the hands back. Maybe interlace the fingers again, draw the shoulder blades together, take the hands down low. And then one last time. This time we're just going to walk the hands forward, drop the whole body down, reach the hands as far as they want to go. You might like to curl them over to the right side, opening through the side body. Coming back to the center, you might like to curl the hands over to the left side. And let's walk the hands back to the center and then slowly bring them back towards the body, lifting the head back up. Let's take the end of our little finger and we're going to bring the whole arm across the body. Keep the sit bone heavy as you draw that arm over, opening through the ribs. Big sigh out, just sink into the shape. We'll come up tall, take a big breath in, switch to the little finger on the opposite arm and just draw it over. Sit bone stays heavy. And then we'll slowly come back up. Let's take both hands behind the head. Tuck in that chin, take a big breath. As we sigh out, look back towards an elbow. Turn the spine. Inhale back to the center. And then sigh out, roll the shoulder back, look back towards an elbow. Let's do one more each side. Let your body ease into the twist. And we'll come back to the center, extend our arms out, shake them out. And one last movement. We're going to curl everything in. Elbows, wrists, chin, tailbone, everything tucked under. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, open out. Keep going in your own breath. And last one. Okay, hands can come back to the body. Just like we did at the start of the practice, just notice how you feel. You might like to bring your palms together, create a little bit of heat. Maybe taking those hands up to the body and just a dry wash all around the face and neck. You might like to comb through the head. Maybe even a little scratching or shampooing. And then last of all, just light tapping all over the whole skull. All right, let's bring our palms together. You might take a moment just in gratitude for coming to the mat on this day. And let's bow to each other, acknowledging shared energy of practice.